everything from prescription pills in your medicine cabinet.
And you don't even know for sure if the ingredients in. So this is not an approved drug here in America.
Exactly.
To the jeans that say made in America.
From China.
To the cosmetics. What's really in that makeup? What are you truly putting on your face?
I'm with 2020 and we're rolling right now.
For nearly a year now, 2020, behind the scenes, we were stunned by what we found.
You could be brushing your teeth with trace amounts of antifreeze.
Exactly right.
Good evening. Yes, antifreeze found in that toothpaste. And tonight here, you're about to see it all. The secret facility right here behind us, those counterfeit airbags in cars, one family stunned by the 2020 test. The so-called MAC makeup, what was really in it? Your children, the bike helmets, the stunning test, and even your smartphones. Are they the real thing?
David, you spent nearly a year investigating dangerous counterfeits in every corner of your home, even your medicine cabinet. So many of us in search of cheaper medicine. Those signs for Canada drugs, are they really from Canada? And what are the real ingredients?
And so tonight, it all unravels right before your eyes, starting with everyday prescription medications, dangerous and counterfeit, and hiding in plain sight.
Worst case scenario.
Allergic reactions and even deaths.
You have seen deaths.
Yes.
People are going to look at that and say, wrapped in fish? Why on earth? But that's a stealth way of doing this, isn't it?
Absolutely. I mean,
Is that common that they all come up with ways to get this medicine into the United States?
absolutely, because the profit margin is huge. It smells like, oh my God, a fish. They're not going to look any further.
Unless it's you.
That's me.
Does she have a license here in the United States?
She does not.
When we come back,
David, you want to come over here?
Sure.
rolling, you'll see the confrontation, customers saying the medicine made them sick, and the cosmetics. What's really in that so-called MAC?
I'm with 2020 and we're rolling right now.
2020 is back in Los Angeles. We wanted to know, are those alleged counterfeit dealers, first arrested as our cameras were rolling, already back on the streets? Just listen to the lead investigator describe who they're after now.
She has a push cart, and she's sold counterfeit pharmaceutical drugs. She's wearing a red and gray striped shirt with a gray sweatpants.
So she's right outside the market.
That's her little van right there.
Where did she get her hands on it?
Normally like El Salvador or Guatemala.
And is any route like that legal in the United States? No.
And soon we're off. Several cars, one undercover agent will make the buy.
She's right there.
We wait.
She is.
Across the parking lot,
4 out of 20. Can you please show me code 6?
she's gone.
We're actually going northbound on 10.
Explain to her that we just saw her.
What is this?
Terramycin ophthalmic
It says
ointment.
Pfizer.
Right, exactly. So usually this comes from Central America that they import up here.
So this is not an approved Pfizer manufactured drug here in America.
Exactly.
¿Esta medicina es de El Salvador?
Yeah.
¿Es legal? ¿En los Estados Unidos?
No sé.
Tú no sabes.
And you don't know exactly what kind of standards they've done to actually make this or manufacture this down in Central America.
And yet people are buying it on the street for how much?
This is going for about like $40, $50.
And he shows us the potential danger.
We're not even quite sure if this is really a true manufacturer of medications.
So this is a prescription anti-inflammatory you'd buy for arthritis.
Correct. You can just get this, walk right around the corner and inject yourself.
I ask her, is she worried at all about her customers?
¿Tú estás preocupadas para sus clientes? No. No?
I ask, are you worried about the medicine?
¿Tú estás preocupada sobre esta medicina?
Silence.
¿Cuánto dinero en una semana para ti, para esta medicina? ¿800?
She said 800 a week. That's a lie. That's a lie.
How much do you think?
Easy over 1,000 a week. No problem. No problem at all.
It's more than most Americans make.
Suddenly, we notice two men approaching.
David, you want to come over here?
Sure.
Two men who have purchased medicine here before are now back, angry over what they say it did to them.
En su estómago?
He shows us where he had the pain after taking medication.
ABC?
You can hear them saying it's ABC. He pulls his shirt down.
ABC, I don't want to be on the ABC.
But we tell him we're there to uncover the possible dangers of counterfeit medicine.
Pero tú necesitas
He decides
medicina?
to keep talking.
Tú vas...
I got some injection from here for brain.
No,
expired. It was expired.
He says his friend got an infection.
¿Una infección?
It got inflammation.
Después de la medicina?
Yeah.
We ask this man who told us to blur his face what kind of medicine he took.
What type of injection?
Yeah.
Vitamin shot.
And we ask the obvious question,
Why buy drugs on the street?
They're made from Merrick. It's a known company, Merrick.
Merck.
and we tell one of the investigators, the pharmacist, that he thought the medicine was from Merck.
You heard him tell us that the drug was from Merck.
Right.
That's how he knew it was okay.
And it's not. It's not the Merck that you're thinking about. It's counterfeit.
Investigators are now checking out a garage behind the grocery store. You can see children on the street watching all of this unfold. But right over my shoulder is the supermarket here in this central Los Angeles neighborhood. And they're convinced that back here in one of these garages, she has essentially a supply of this medicine that she's selling on the streets. ¿Qué es eso? ¿Más medicina? ¿De dónde? El Salvador. ¿Y qué tipo de medicina es eso? Antibiotics.
Antibiotics? Wow.
¿Pero es legal en los Estados Unidos?
No, es ilegal.
¿Qué?
Es ilegal.
¿Es ilegal?
So I ask, why sell in the streets?
¿Por qué en las calles de Los Angeles?
She has no answer. Then there's the heat, well into the 90s on the day we were there.
She thinks it's okay in the heat.
¿Crees que está bien que está bien el calor así como está?
No.
No.
Está fuerte.
Yeah, she said that it's hot.
What temperature should this be stored at?
It's got to be somewhere between 60 and 75 degrees. If there is antibiotic inside, you may not be getting anything in there but the sun.
Essentially baked out of it.
Right.
And along with all of that medicine, the cash.
This is just from today. I mean, that's a lot for 2 hours of work.
A lot of people are going to look at her and say, do you feel sorry for her?
But because she's older, a lot of these folks out here feel safe to approach her and to buy
You think
these.
it's a trust thing.
It's a trust, absolutely.
When we come back tonight, 2020 and our team of producers out all over America.
What percentage of the drugs you're getting through those storefronts are actually from Canada?
The odds are it is regulations give you do not apply. They could have dangerous contaminants, and that's just a really, really, really big risk to take with your health.
Dalton comes from the lab with the charts.
These are the test results right here.
That's correct.
So you can see a hint of blue going across and then the giant chunks of red.
Correct.
That red is evidence of the impurities.
Correct.
And what does that tell you?
It could be potentially dangerous and harmful.
So whoever bought this and is ingesting it has no idea what they're really ingesting.
That is correct.
Had a long trip to get here.
It did.
This is for cholesterol, your heart health.
Correct.
That's the telltale sign right there?
Yes, that's an indication that this product was manufactured with some component that was not consistent with the authentic material.
And later here, inside the secret facilities that catch counterfeiters in the act. The toothpaste with antifreeze.
It was shipped out of the UK. Is this legal?
No. But more importantly, what often happens in a situation like that, so there's a drug from Spain. How was it stored? Was it sitting in a warehouse at 120 degrees? What did that do to the drug? That drug may have become dangerous, or it may have become ineffective.
It was in Turkish. It arrived through Singapore.
Right.
Does that sound legal to you?
That does not sound legal to me. Even more importantly, it sounds potentially dangerous.
They say it has the active ingredient, but it also has unknowns, impurities. So there's nothing legal about this.
Correct.
So you heard what he said. He said Americans are allowed under federal law to order up to a 90-day supply of non-controlled medications.
That is not correct.
When someone has a serious health condition for which there is no treatment here in the U.S. When we come back inside the secret facilities tonight, 2020 is allowed in.
David, good to meet you.
Inside this building in Newark, New Jersey, 30 minutes outside New York City, we see them. We're about to fly you right over the mountain of boxes, stacked 4, 5 boxes high.
Director, as I stand here, look at the boxes. It almost seems overwhelming.
Well over 25 million every year.
Many of these products end up in medicine cabinets in homes across America.
Exactly right, David.
This looks exactly like the crest you'd get at the supermarket.
At a glance, it looks like the real thing, but it is counterfeit. We have found trace quantities of antifreeze.
Where is this toothpaste coming from?
China.
And it's money on American products going straight to the Chinese.
Exactly right.
And tonight, the number one piece of advice they say if you're buying toothpaste or another product at a deep, deep discount, you should always beware. Then he shows us the Made in America jeans.
So these are supposed to be true religion?
Yes.
These are the real thing?
No, these are not.
Neither one of them are.
No,
see, this one fooled me. You can see the label here says made in the USA, and yet these were shipped into the port here in Newark.
From China.
And look at the trick revealed with these boots.
Nondescript, generic brand, Mega Gear.
But we noticed something. On the sole of the boot, a rubber piece added to hide something.
This one piece affixed right here, but if you peel that away, you'll see that it has the Timberland brand underneath.
They were just hoping to get it here, rip off that piece of rubber, and sell it as the real thing.
So once they arrive at the store, they can take this off?
Exactly.
And sell it as a Timberland boot.
They allow us to start opening too.
This is hours of them opening boxes here.
It is.
And you don't know what chemicals have been used in the making of this product.
Exactly.
Dr. Whitney Bowe, a dermatologist waiting inside, about to take us through the results.
So this is the MAC that we tested.
Exactly.
What did you find?
We start with the lead.
So the lead was at least 5 times higher than what you should be allowed.
It was an order of magnitude higher than where we should be.
So in this test, there's so much copper that there's no question in your mind there's copper flowing through the bloodstream if you use this product. Beryllium can be a cancer causer.
So we go back to where we bought it. Armed with the results of that makeup test, we're back at that New York City store where one of our producers bought the makeup.
I'm with 2020 and we're rolling right now.
Our producer remembers this woman selling the makeup.
Is this supposed to be real? Do you remember working with her?
I don't know.
Do you remember her face?
I bought this from you, remember?
And how does she explain the test results?
It's lead, copper, beryllium. I mean, these are cancer-causing agents. MAC told us this is not the real thing. They told us they've never even sold eyeshadow in a box like this.
I don't know. I don't have any idea. Can you see the paper? Oh, yeah.
When you see these test results, do you feel badly?
Yes, of course.
You feel badly about it?
Yeah, of course.
But across the country tonight, where we saw firsthand all of that prescription medication, counterfeit medicine sold in plain sight, we go back 9 months after our first visit, back up those stairs, right up to that apartment door.
Hi, how are you?
And I begin by asking, do they have any medicine?
Medicina?
No mas?
They tell us no medicine here. I then point to all of the fish, boxes and boxes of it.
Pero los peces?
No.
Pero no medicina en la pez?
No.
No, mijo.
No, my son, she says.
Oh, can you smell a cinch?
Yeah, you can smell it.
Right, right.
And investigators perhaps overwhelmed by the thought that their work is hardly over.
It was an incredibly eye-opening hour tonight, and we want everyone to know at home we have tips on how to catch a fake, how to protect your family.
And about those dangerous counterfeit prescriptions, we have a link to the FDA's own site listing approved pharmacies. It's at our website, abcnews.com. Just click on 2020. I'm David Muir.
And I'm Elizabeth Vargas. For all of us at 2020, thanks so much for watching. Have a great night and a great weekend.